What makes a great weightlifting shoe? Look, all of the shoes up here are going to serve a lot of the same use and provide a lot of the same benefit. What makes a great shoe is finding a shoe that fits you best and offers construction features that you like best. So now let's dive into our first category, best lifting shoe for squats. In my number one spot, I have the Powerlift 4s and the previous model, the Powerlift 3.1s. Their construction is very similar, and at the root core, they offer a lot of the same construction features. There are a couple little nuances that are different, and I specify those in our individual reviews. But why is this shoe number one? Well, for starters, it's a great beginner model. So if you're just now trying out lifting shoes for the first times, and like a lot of times athletes will reach for them for squats specifically, this is a cool model because they offer a little bit of a lower heel height at around like a 0.6, 0.65 inch heel height. And that's gonna be great for transitioning from like, let's say a Converse or a traditional like running shoe to a lifting shoe. It doesn't jack your heel up incredibly high like a 0.75 inch or 1 inch heel can. So your patterning on the squats not gonna change an incredible amount. It will change a bit, but in terms of overall kind of easing you into a lifting shoe, especially for squats, the Powerlift 4 and the Powerlift 3.1s are great picks. My second spot is the Reebok Legacy. So now why did these earn my second pick? Well, their heel height is a little bit more traditional. It comes in around 0.75 inches. They have double straps here, so they're really stable shoes. But what really earned their spot is that they're a little bit more wide base shoes, so you can really grip the floor well, which I love doing in squats. Obviously, everyone wants to maintain that nice, strong tripod position with the foot and really dig into the floor. And I feel that the Legacy lifters do a great job at that. Plus, they're a little bit more of a heavier model, so if you're only using them for squats, they're a great shoe for really grounding the feet and really kind of anchoring that foot down. Now my last pick, the Nike Romaleos 3. So why did these earn my third pick? Well, for starters, they're a very lightweight shoe and they fit very snug. So if you want more like that athletic feeling shoe to feel like that running kind of shoe in your squat, or maybe like you're just now transitioning into a lifting shoe and you've worn like previously tighter models, this is a great model. I think it's gonna feel really synonymous, and that's kind of why it earned our pick. They're not really any different for squats compared to any of these models up here, but if you're that athlete that wants a nice tight fitting shoe that's very lightweight, that might have felt like a previous model that might not have been a weightlifting shoe, so like a running shoe, something like that, the Nike Romaleos 3, great picks. All right, so again, to wrap up my thoughts on the best lifting shoes for squats, we have the Powerlift 4 and 3.1 coming in at number 1. We have the Legacy Lifter coming in at number 2, and the Nike Romaleos 3 taking that third spot. All right, the best lifting shoe for the ladies. How did I come up with these picks? Well, for starters, we had a lot of athletes share their thoughts on their favorite models, and a lot of those thoughts are actually in our individual reviews. We also had readers who have worn each shoe provide a lot of feedback on why they like them. All right, so our first pick for the ladies is the Nike Romaleos 3. So why is this number 1? Well, in terms of construction features, it offers that standard 0.75 inch heel, midfoot strap, so the stability is fine, the heel support is fine. What really earns us to our top spot is that it's incredibly lightweight and it fits very snug. So a lot of women athletes like shoes that fit a little bit more snug and are lightweight. So if you're looking for those two features, the Nike Romaleos 3 is a good bet. So our second pick for the ladies is the Adidas Powerlift 4 and the Adidas Powerlift 3.1. These are both great models because they're relatively on the lighter side. They fit somewhat snuggish, but they provide a little bit of more room for toe splay compared to the Nike Romaleos 3. They're cost efficient and they have a lower heel. So if you're just now trying out lifting shoes, this is a great model. And again, it's very cost efficient. So it's not a huge investment in terms of your wallet. Our third pick is the Adidas AdiPower. So now why did this model make our last pick? The Adidas torsion system is basically the midfoot support Adidas uses in the shoe to allow the heel and the toe to move independently of one another. It provides a nice, comfortable, and stable feeling. So to wrap up our 3 picks for the ladies, we have the Nike Romaleos 3, the Powerlift 4 and 3.1, and the Adidas AdiPower. All right, best shoes for the dudes. Number 1 on our list, the Adidas AdiPower. This shoe makes our number 1 pick for 4 defined reasons. Number 1, TPU heel. It's gonna be very stable. It's not gonna break down very fast on you. So in terms of longevity, the heel is gonna last. Number 2, outer construction of the PU coated leather. So this leather is a little bit more firm. It's a little bit more durable. It's not gonna break down incredibly fast if you scrape on weights or the ground. And these have been on the market for multiple years and they've proven to last. Number 3 is the Adidas torsion system. This is the midfoot support in this model. As you can see, the TPU goes all the way through the midfoot, and it's to provide support and allow the heel and toe to move independently of one another. The last point is that this shoe offers a lot of the standard weightlifting shoe construction features most look for in a model. So single midfoot, strap up here, no big frills, has the 0.75 inch heel. So it's gonna feel pretty good in terms of the standard weightlifting shoe model that you've used before. Or if you're just kind of starting out, it's not gonna feel incredibly high compared to like a 1 inch heel. So number 2 on our list, we have the Rogue Do-In shoe. So the Do-In model is a cost-efficient shoe, but why it made our list is two defined reasons. Number one, double straps up here and a decently outer construction of leather that provides a lot of support and a lot of stability. In terms of overall stability, the shoe does a really good job. It's a little bit skimpier back here on the material in the heel, but overall, I feel like it's a pretty stable shoe and it's gonna provide a lot of support for your foot. And our number two reason is that the toe box up here is made to be wider. So this shoe has the weightlifter in mind in terms of toe splay. So if you have a wider foot, especially on that midfoot or more towards the metatarsals, so up by the toes, and you want to splay those toes and you often feel limited in your normal weightlifting shoes, the Do-Ins do a great job at providing you a little bit extra room to provide you with a lot of room to really splay those toes and grip the floor. Our third pick is the Legacy Lifter. So the Legacy Lifter is kind of similar to the Do-In in terms of offering that wider toe box up here. So this shoe does have the wider toe box and double straps. What makes it different from the Do-In is that it's a heavier model and it offers this solid TPU heel compared to the more like rigid and more textured TPU heel of the Do-In. So the Legacy makes our list because it's a little bit of a heavier model. It provides a lot of support and stability through the midfoot, wider toe box, and it provides a nice anchored feeling into the ground, which a lot of guys do like to have and need. All right, so the top shoes for weightlifting specifically. Coming in at number one, we have the Adidas Lusting 16.2s. So why is this shoe number one? Well, for starters, it has the higher 1-inch heel. So if you really like a lot of heel to sit back on, this is a great model. It's a little bit higher of a heel than the other models in the market. Also, that heel is supported by a lightweight TPU. So there's not gonna be a lot of compression in any kind of movement. The next part I like about the shoe is the BOA lacing system. So some athletes get turned off by it and you do have to retighten it throughout a workout sometimes. So that's kind of a factor to keep in mind, but this BOA system allows you to crank that midfoot really tight as opposed to having those straps. So if it doesn't feel super bulky, again, it's gonna be very variable if you like this feature. I'm personally a fan of the BOA system, but you may not like it. Our second pick for weightlifting is the Do-In weightlifting shoe. So in terms of a cost-efficient, all-around, pretty solid weightlifting shoe, the Do-In hits all the boxes. So 0.75-inch heel, TPU heel, so it's going to be supportive, it's not going to compress under weight. We have a decently well-made heel cup back here. Not the thickest material, but it does have an additional leather padding here, so it's going to provide a lot of support on the heel, and I don't think that's going to hinder performance. We have double midfoot straps for security, so that stable fit is really going to come through in this model, and we have a wider toe box for toe splay. So in terms of weightlifting specifically, where you need a lot of room to splay those toes and grip the floor, this model is an awesome pick. Our third pick for weightlifting is the Adidas Addy Power. Now, I'm not going to rehash all of the construction features yet again for this shoe, but what I will say is that in terms of overall thoughts on this model, it very rarely gets a lot of bad remarks. If you look at our individual review, we have weightlifters that share their thoughts on the model, and all around it performs very consistently and like pretty evenly across the board, so it's a good consistent model. And also, why this shoe is really making this list is that word on the street is that there's a new Adidas Addy Power coming out sometime in 2019. So that means this model is going to, and kind of already has, taken a price cut. So if you're looking for a cost-efficient model, the Addy Power is a good choice, but also the Do-In weightlifting shoe is another great choice. All right, best lifting shoes for the money. As a broke athlete, this is my favorite topic to cover. Our number one pick is the Adidas Powerlift 3.1. Thanks to the release of the Adidas Powerlift 4s, these have taken a nice price cut, and these honestly can be found around like $55, $60, and sometimes even less. And that's gonna vary between which retailer you go through, but in terms of overall cost efficiency, you cannot go wrong with the Powerlift 3.1s. Next model making our list is the Do-In weightlifting shoe. So right now on Rogue Fitness, this shoe's coming in around like $76, and I think that's very fair for the construction features that this shoe offers. The wider toe box, the TPU heel, it matches a lot of the asks of a lot of the most popular shoes, but comes at a fraction of the price. So in terms of if you're looking for a weightlifting shoe that's very cost efficient, I think the Do-In weightlifting shoe is an awesome pick. Our final pick for best for the money is the Adidas Powerlift 4. So this shoe is brand new to the market, but it's coming in around $100. So if you're looking for the latest and greatest and don't want to spend a ton of money, the Powerlift 4 is a good bet. And now I will note that the Romalios 3, the Addy Power, those have all taken a recent price cut, and even the Adidas Lusting 16.2s have all went down in price because they're kind of being more like weathered on the market and there are new models coming out. So in terms of overall price, these three are the best bets in my opinion, but you can also find the most popular models marked down, and that's gonna really depend on what retailing outlet you go through. That concludes our 5 biggest categories for the best weightlifting shoes. Now, if you have a favorite weightlifting shoe that either didn't make our list or you felt should have ranked higher in one of our categories, please leave it below. I didn't mention some of the big brands like Asics and a couple others, so again, leave your favorite in the comment section below. We also have categories for wide, flat feet, and CrossFit in our written review. So if you're interested in those specifically, make sure to check out our best lifting shoe roundup in the description below, or simply Google BarBend and best weightlifting shoes.